look around at the world today, what do we see? Do we see chaos? Do we see disorder? Do we see things that seem backwards to the way that they should be? What is the content that we see in the world today that is happening around us, nearby, and on a global scale? What exactly is going on? Things are in flux. Things are changing. There is disorder. There is chaos. But the chaos is okay because chaos precedes change. And change is on the way. Things are going to be changing. The way that we relate to each other as people is going to be changing. There's going to be truth. The truth is going to be abundant on planet Earth, on this planet. The truth is going to be everywhere we look and everywhere we see, because that is the only thing that can be. The truth is going to rise up from within ourselves, and it is going to bring up all within us that we carry that is darkness, that has darkness, and it is going to bring it up into the light of awareness, out into the open. And we need to be prepared to deal with that, with what arises, with the darkness that arises within us, individually and on a collective scale. And it's important to remember that things aren't actually getting worse. They're getting better. Because the truth is arising. And the truth brings with it all that we have failed to see, all that we have failed to acknowledge or recognize within ourselves, and also collectively. The truth will bring with it freedom. When the darkness that the truth brings to the surface is revealed, we are given the opportunity to acknowledge it, to honor it, and to release it. And that is where the freedom comes from. And that freedom is very powerful, that is very beautiful, and it is very important for each of us to have, for every single human to have. And so I encourage you to look again, to look within yourself and to see the parts of your own self that perhaps you do not want to acknowledge, the parts that you do not want to look at, the parts that you do not want to see. Those are the parts that you most need to see, that you most need to acknowledge. Because those places inside of us, they do not go away when they aren't acknowledged and when they aren't seen. They do not go away. They are just hidden from our view, but they still manifest themselves indirectly in our thoughts, in our feelings, in our actions. And the same thing happens on a collective scale with governments and nations of people. So these things that we carry within us that we deny or repress or hide, when we deny them, they manifest themselves externally, because what they are trying to do is they are trying to get us to see them. These things are trying to get us to see the truth that is carried within us. So if you carry darkness within you right now, I invite you to get honest. I invite you to get real about it in a manner, though, that is non-destructive and non-harmful to yourself and others, but rather to choose to see it, to choose to honor it and acknowledge it, and to speak about it if you need to, and emote it or feel it if that's something that you feel called to do with it. I invite you to bring the light of truth and honesty and awareness to all the crevices of your soul, of your psyche, of your spirit, of your memory, and to shine that light in there. And you will be better for it. And through the shining of that light, of that awareness, you will become more free on the other side. And it absolutely is worth it. You do not need to be afraid. It is safe and it is okay to go into the places within yourself that perhaps you might feel that are not okay to go into. I assure you, it is okay to go into those places. So I encourage you to take that step, which takes courage. Take that step and to choose to be honest about what's going on inside, about everything that's going on inside. And do what you need to do to become more real with yourself, about yourself, and with others. Then you will find your way, and you will find what you most need. And thank you for spending time with me again.